it jumped from 23,000 to 1 lakh in 5 minutes.
I love reels. I love everything. I'm just freaking lazy. Okay, it's nothing else.
And then Tanuj magically just switches and then expects everybody around him to switch like him. And I'm like, Tanuj.
बोला कि हाँ संभाल लेना यार. Acting मैं संभाल लूँगा. ये तुम संभाल लो.
It's very smart. He would actually just give a smack in the head. Chal yaar, bust.
Tapli, that's the word. So, hello dosto, welcome to the Bollywood Talk Show on IWMBuzz. This is your host Shubhajit, back once again, alive, kicking, rocking with this amazing cast of Abhay 3. I have with me two new Chirag of the Abhay family, Tanuj Virwani and Divya Agarwal. Sabse pehle, with a big white smile, tell us how are you guys feeling about being a part of this amazing franchisee?
We're feeling amazing.
A big hooray.
We're feeling amazing, not just being part of this franchisee, but being part of your show. Because हम लोग जब भी बात करते हैं ना, ऐसे लगता है कि interview चालू है, लगता है कि we are chatting with a friend. So Divya and me are very excited to be here, and I promise you, Divya, you're going to have a blast on this show.
This is my first chat with Divya. So I hope that she actually feels that way.
I always love interviews. I think that's the window where you can talk about what happened actually, what went down, what went up, all those gossip.
It's like a proper graph, huh? Upar niche pura ekdam proper graph. Wonderful. But मुझे सबसे पहले एक चीज बताओ, your character in both of your character in this show, it's actually very interesting because it's something that is simultaneously a part of your real life as well. In today's time, acting जो है, acting के साथ थोड़ा बहुत. I'm not talking about the dark part. I'm not going about the dark part, but definitely the social media influencing, simultaneously it's very important for actors and performing artists to stay relevant on social media, and it's a task. I can definitely understand it's a task. You have to be prepared with your scripts in terms of work, and then abhi social media pe bhi content banao, ye banao. So what I want to know from your end is that how do you guys balance? And because you guys have to do it in reality as well, did you understand the psyche of social media creators? Because unka thought process jo hota, that is very different. They are probably just traveling on the road and they see people, they just think about making random content. I'm not too sure how that works with actors, but how did you relate with the psyche over there? Divya,
I think let Divya take this first because she'll be in a better position to answer since she does a lot more influencing activities than I do. And then maybe I can just add a couple of things to it. Yeah.
So everything in my life actually just happened. It wasn't like, planned or I still remember it was my first reality show and the boom of social media had just started. People had just started following each other and the boom was growing crazy. I still remember on my first episode of my reality show, it jumped from 23,000 to 1 lakh in 5 minutes.
Oh.
So the boom was massive. It was unexpected for me. So it's, as you said, it's not important for every actor to be on social media because there are many actors which are not fond of the entire circus that happens on social media. They are only fond of probably their projects, interviews with you guys where they get connected to you guys and then they know about, the fans know about their life and all the way they talk. So this character, Harleen's character, is for me was a do not do this book. Even when you see, like, if we leave the gory part aside, the character itself is so weird. It is so wicked in the head that whenever I used to perform and I used to keep telling Tanuja, अरे हम लोग भी ऐसे करते हैं यार, ये challenges होते रहते हैं. So I could completely relate to it. And I was giving him the gist of कैसे करना है क्या. He's like, तुझे पता है ये तेरा department. You tell me, you take.
Seriously, because there are a bunch of very social media-esque Instagram activities that Divya and me are do as our characters, and मुझे कुछ नहीं पता था कि क्या करना है. मैंने कभी ये सब किया नहीं था. But आमला तू मेरा हाथ पकड़, तू चल, मैं पीछे आऊँगा, and she's awesome. So she took care of all of that, and it turned out really awesome. It's actually shaped up like really organic.
it's fun to be on social media for sure. But I personally feel that any actor or any influencer or whoever it is on social media who has the power to, move the audience a little bit, you better try that in a good direction. With Abhay 3, I'm just gonna tell people that ऐसे नहीं influencer बनना, ठीक है? This is not the way you have to behave. This is not the way you have to think. Okay?
Yeah. Wonderful. Tanuj, you want to add something,
with
right?
a statutory warning, Yeah. Yeah.
Whatever she mentioned, I think in reality you are very different from that. I think pretty much opposite, because you post about your work. Of course, मैं तो देखता हूँ, you post about your life, wherever you're going. Cricket ka, I see a lot of your posts on social media, Tanuj. But I don't see a lot of those reels. वो daily आप नहीं डालते. You're very indifferent towards all that, and to each its own.
I love reels. I love everything. I'm just freaking lazy. Okay, it's nothing else. And that's why when we were shooting for Abhay, now you'll see over the next few days, like Divya has made sure she has amassed an amazing album full of lots of content of Tanuj and Divya and Harleen and Kabir. Who even knows when we are the character, when we are not a character? It's all hazy right now. And so I just left it to her. I'm like, तुझे जो shoot करना है कर लो, मैं तैयार हूँ.
तुम लीड करो बॉस, मैं पीछे चलेगा. तुम लीड करो, मैं पीछे चलेगा.
भाई अभी रोज ऐसे पोस्टर्स नहीं मिलते ना, वहाँ so good at this, और जिसके साथ खुला बात कर सके. तो इसके साथ ऐसा तो मैंने बोला कि हाँ संभाल लेना यार. Acting मैं संभाल लूँगा, ये तुम संभाल लो.
Very smart of you.
But you guys have worked together. You guys have known each other, before as well. So set में जब जाते हो, I am pretty sure about Divya as well is the same thing. Tanuj, so I know is very disciplined. Whenever he goes on set, he knows his work. वो कहाँ जाके he knows how to do his things.
That is only in the head. That is only in the head. The audio में बहुत problem है. When Tanuj enters the set, it's a massive energy ball, goof ball on the set, and he's like this notorious kid who wants to, prank people, wants to have fun on set, and सबकी खींचनी है, खिंचाई करनी है, मस्ती करनी है. And जब खुद का serious mode on हो जाता है, जब when he is in, like, the director's like, okay, let's do this now. We're starting the shoot and we're starting the scene and whatever it is, and then Tanuj magically just switches and then expects everybody around him to switch like Tanuj.
But that's exactly bang on. But that's exactly what I'm talking about. That when he's at work, जब cameras are rolling, that's when he knows that अभी तो यार मतलब every freaking thing can wait, but I have to right now focus. But when you're there working with friends, Divya is a friend of yours. Set पे कहीं ना कहीं जाके, even if you're trying to be in a different zone, in an isolated zone, कहीं ना कहीं जाके वो हंसी मजाक का सिलसिला बन जाता है, because you have that bond to cherish even from before.
See, I think if I'm disciplined when it comes to when to joke and when to be serious, I think Divya is doubly disciplined. And I'm not just talking about Abhay. We have worked obviously in the past. We worked on Cartel not too long back. And over there, I would think that was even more difficult for Divya because she was performing under 3 to 4 layers of prosthetics. I mean, she used to come to shoot 5 hours before the rest of us, and she would pack up 2 hours after. So basically, she was living on set only. एक साइड में एक छोटा सा कमरा उनको दे देते, she would be living there only. So because I've seen her committing to a role, not just performance wise but even physically, because the physicality cannot be undermined, So I knew that when I do this, this is going to be a walk in the park, and of course it's a serious show, उसमें खून खराबा ये सब है, but वो निकल जाएगा. And the two of us, because we have such amazing tuning with each other, so like one look and we understand, okay, now we need to be in a certain zone. Or she understands, okay, अभी ये थोड़ा संकी आदमी है, अभी ये zone में चला गया है, he started listening to his disturbing instrumental music, so I should not mess around with him now. So we understand, and it's very important both in friendship as well as in a working relationship to know what boundaries you have with your co-star and when you need to go and leave them alone and when they need a hug, So we understand that well about each other, and I think that's why it's always been a pleasure working together.
Yeah, so that's exactly what I'm saying, that it's all about respecting each other's boundaries and you need to understand where to draw a line. I think that's where it matters the most. But what I want to know from your end right now, and I'll start with Divya over here, actors talent एक जगह हो गया, skill set एक जगह हो गया, but I think in a profession like this, I think choices also matter to a great extent. You have one Big Boss, that's one of the biggest things, that right now an artist can achieve. It's one of the biggest things. So
Absolutely.
What I want to know from your end, has the thought process after winning that show, kind of become a lot more complicated, or have you kept things simple? Because, you know it more than me that, one wrong choice after a big achievement, things might not go the way it ideally should. So how important are choices for you? And, how are you putting priority to that? I want to know that.
So, first of all, Bigg Boss isn't the biggest thing of any artist.
Yeah, one of the biggest. Yeah.
Yeah, one of the biggest. It depends on how the journey goes.
Yeah.
It depends. It's a reality show.
Yes,
and,
yes.
You don't know what kind of emotions just tweak inside you, and then you come up with something, because the intensity of emotions is too much in the reality show. Probably what you suffer in like 10 years of your lifespan, you are crunching the entire time period. It's like a crash course the life gives you. Like, सब कुछ एक साथ होता है वहाँ पे. So for me, reality show was just an attempt to be connected to the people in real. Like, for me, reality show is different. For me, acting was always different. And for acting, I've actually waited for 12 years. After 12 years of struggle is when I was confident enough to take a project. I was confident enough to tell myself that yes, I can do this. So that's how it started. And I'm so glad until now, all the acting projects that I've taken, be it Ragini MMS, be it Cartel, be it Abhay. And I have always enjoyed with the people, because, once you know what is bad, you value what is good, right? In your struggle, in your
Absolutely.
struggle.
Very important point.
Yes, yahi hai, this is all I wanted. So acting will be still a very thoughtful selection on the script, a very thoughtful selection on the character, something that I've not done. Reality में तो सबको पता ही है. So a good thing is like, if I'm crossing, they'll be like,
एकदम बिंदास.
They're like, दिव्या चल रही है, इतना confirm हो गया. Reality shows. बाकी फिर जो भी flow आता है, it's a cherry on cake, and it works magically.
Yeah.
As an actor, you know the reality side also. As a reality side, you know the acting part of it as well. So they're like, they go hand.
Absolutely. Tanuj, I want to ask this question. This is something that I've never asked you in so many chats that we have done.
Oh dear Lord.
But I want to... nothing. But I'm pretty sure you'll enjoy answering this. You started your career with movies. Right now, I know the platform doesn't matter. आप OTT में काम करते हो, TV काम करते हो, movies, music video, whatever. As long as you're doing good work, good quality work, that's all that matters. But deep down the line, because you started your career long back with movies, I'm pretty sure you would want to be a part of good movies as well. Especially at a time like this, जहाँ पे you are right now almost in every third or fourth successful OTT project. Why is Tanuj Virwani not getting or not doing films as much as he would have liked to? Is he not getting the right opportunities?
This is a fantastic question, and only someone who knows me properly like you do would be able to hit the nail on the head. And of course, it goes without saying, yes, I started off as a film actor, and wohi ek ichha hai, and that one burning desire to be accepted as a mainstream film actor, because I feel any actor who is saying that being part of cinema, whether it's mainstream or art films or alternate cinema, whatever it is, anyone who says that is not the final frontier is lying, because there is no better feeling than watching yourself in a good movie on the big screen in a dark audience with so many people. And we have realized how much we miss cinema in the last couple of years, because in most cases we have not been able to go to the theatre, right? How many people were speaking about Divya? Even she may not be aware, because she was inside the Bigg Boss house that time. But it was intense, So I'm saying you can come and really make a mark for yourself, even in a handful of scenes, if you do it dil se and if you give it your best. So that is pretty much the plan.
एक चीज आप दोनों को in this reference I want to say, T20 cricket में you might hit 50s and 60s, but वो 8 या 10 बॉल में जो 25 या 30 रन बनाता है ना, that is what matters the most. It's all about creating that impact irrespective of the length of the road.
And since you're on the subject of making cricket analogies, I also want to say that I think both of us are here not to play T20 or one-day cricket, but here to play test match cricket. Because even though we both come from very different backgrounds, we've had our individual struggles. I know Divya's story, she knows my story, so this will resonate. And you may lose one session here or there, or you may get out a couple of times. but we want to play out the 5 days and still be standing at the end of the last ball on the 5th day. So we're
attacking approach. Virender Sehwag and David Warner over here, disguised as Divya Agarwal and Tanuj Virwani. Attacking approach right from ball 1.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
But guys, before I let you go, एक interesting सवाल आप दोनों को, and very honestly got to say, huh?
Of course.
One annoying quality and one very favorite quality about each other. एकदम दिल से खुल के अगर कोई खुन्नस है, इससे बेहतर मौका नहीं है मेरे दोस्तों. Please निकाल दो.
खुन्नस तो हम दोनों की डिक्शनरी में है ही नहीं. For each other.
Yeah.
Tanuj and I are such, if we are pissed or if we are irritated with each other, we would actually just give a smack in the head. Chal yaar, bas.
Tapli, that's the word.
Ek tapli mein he's like, do that to me. I mean, we have that kind of relationship when we started to know this bond. We're like, ऐसा नहीं लग रहा है कि we've just met. It feels like we've known each other since so long, and I always think that you're the male version of Divya Agarwal.
Yeah.
Tanuj, one quality about Divya that really you appreciate a lot.
I think Divya's a survivor. I think she's got that never say die attitude, and because she comes from such humble beginnings, from a work point of view, like she's really worked her way up the ladder. In a lot of ways, you could say her journey is like almost inverse to what my journey has been. It's a minor miracle that like her and me have met in the way that we have, because our backgrounds, our beginnings could not have been more dramatically different, and because she's a dear friend, so we've spoken about it a lot, and that's why today when you see her, she's got a certain aura, which is why there were so many millions of people who were able to identify and resonate with her when she was on Bigg Boss. I myself was rooting for her, and I'm not someone who watches Bigg Boss otherwise, but I knew my buddy's on it, so she's got my full support.
As long as you can be female Tanuj Virwani, and as long as he can be the male version of Divya Agarwal, please compliment each other like the way you guys are doing. Inverse journey ho ya kuch bhi ho, plus and minus ban ke hi equal hota hai. I started the conversation on a cricket note. I'm ending it on a mathematical note, because I want the mathematics of Abhay to do really well, guys, because I love you both. Divya, thank you so much for this wonderful conversation. It's my first chat with you, and it's quite a memorable one. Tanuj, please give me a big hug. Virtual hug. I can't wait to see you in Bombay very soon. I wish you guys all the best. Thank you so much for being with us on the Bollywood Talk Show. Pleasure.
Thank you, brother. Our pleasure.
Thank you. Take care. God bless.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye.